last Sunday, on my way back from the pharmacy, uh, I was picking up some medicine to calm the effects of a cold. I said to myself, as I was driving back, if the church on the way to my house is open, I'm going to stop by. I'm not a Christian, but I visit church from time to time. My mystical life with Christ is real and in a combination with a very serious spiritual practice. Um, the energy of our Father Christ is with me and continue to assist me throughout my journey as a yogi. So on the way back from the pharmacy, I was parking, and I entered the church, and I always pick up things that they always left for anybody who visit, cards with pictures representing saints, archetypes of our Father Christ. Sometimes they leave rosaries, um, Mother Mary's, metal, um, little pictures in metal to keep with you in your wallet. And I always collect all these things and give away to people I meet throughout the year. But this time I found a letter. I found a letter about a devout nun that was given a revelation of the 15 sacred churches of Lord Christ. In the 1700s, in France, this nun, she insisted through her prayers and her spiritual journey that she wanted to access this information intuitively. And according to the nun, she did receive this. This raised the question because my spiritual journey is basically a mystical experience with Christ. And when I say Christ, of course, my soul, which is a spark of the divine. And I also say Christ because the actual spirit who gave life to Jesus the Christ is with me since October 2018, when I asked assistance from the spirit side to guide me through my journey. Also, Father Christ, the spirit, is with me on my right side, Archangel Michael. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, also, he is called Christ. Technically, we are all that. We are all that essence in true essence. That's who we are. That's the truth, and we should accept that. And all religion systems, there are all different ways to view, to experience the same thing. It's the journey of each soul, each spark of the divine. But back to this letter, I have been receiving many revelations of who was the historical Jesus. I remember years ago, after 2018, seeing the resurrection. Resurrection was real, and that's how I know that Jesus did resurrect. And the reason I know that is because the Spirit also showed me how Jesus was a younger person when he met his magic teacher who taught him how to do magic, and connecting the visions that I have of Jesus and Christ resurrecting at the tomb. I was vividly standing in a state of shock, seeing a ghost passing in front of me, and I was inside the tomb. And psychic abilities are real. I practice every Tuesday in a circle for many years now, uh, about 8 years, and you practice, you learn to recognize the subtle messages of the spirit. And the spirit had given me enough information vividly of the life of Christ, especially the resurrection, where I see myself standing and feeling 100% sure that this is happening, and it is all through the lens of my spiritual eye. Well, after I read this, since I'm not a Catholic or a Christian, I wanted to know more about this through the lens of my eye. And this week I was insisting, meditating about it. And I saw myself in one of the visions in the body of Christ at the moment when he was accused of of being a thief, because that's what that information is accurate. The spirit just put me a little tag over here, plastic tag, and put there thief. That's how the spirit communicate with me and give me the information. But at the same time, I was in the body of Jesus, and I was feeling the personality of a saint. I never felt a personality of a saint ever in my life. I wasn't raised with a spiritual guide whatsoever. Well, this man, I never felt in my life so much purity. He was, he was, he was, he said, if this is what is supposed to happen, I am not going to, then this is what's supposed to happen. He knew that that was that he surrendered to the whole process of his life. I do know that I got the feeling that there was also torture. And the reason I say that, not because the church, not because the Bible is written, that I am going to focus on uh, the source in the Bible. I'm not questioning neither the Bible. I'm questioning my truth. I'm a seeker of truth, and I want to see for myself through my spiritual eye exactly what happened. And this is why I'm explaining this information from my own experience, through my mystical experience with Christ. So I actually knew that there was also torture, because the spirit showed me like an old iron where you iron clothing, and then you put it on charcoal. You put it on charcoal, and you get that iron burning hot. And the spirit showed me that they were doing torture like that to Jesus. So that was one of he was burned from coal. With what? I don't know, but that was the representation of torture. The other information I got vividly was that they actually measure his body from side to side. They open his arm as if he was on a cross to measure the size of the length of his arms, so they could prepare the cross according to his physical self. And and the spirit showed me the measurement from head to toe, from tip of the finger, from the middle tip, like that. I also felt the weight of this task, the weight of this process that he went through. It's the way it was impossible for a human being, a normal human being, to be able to whether achieve this, if that information come through like that, whether achieve this, or whatever he went through, it was so horrendous that I was standing in the body of Jesus in the middle of these thick chains like the chains that come with the cargo ships or any port. They are industrial chains, and they're so thick that they just, you don't see those every day. You only go there, and then they anchor that thickness, that type of chains, industrial steel, rusty chains with thick links in between. They anchor giant industrial ships are at ports, so they anchor and stay in port. That kind of analogy and visualization the Spirit gave me, and I was in the middle as Jesus, standing there and looking at all of this, and I was basically telling to myself, this is an impossible task. That's what the Spirit showed me. I continue to seek the truth about Jesus, because for some reason I have been given this information. I remember when I was 25 years old, the first time I asked to myself, I wonder if Christ is here. And it was just a question. I wasn't raised Christians, but around me a few people uh, had the Bible and hint what it was to be a Christian. Then I remember waking up to the idea that he is in the physical form today here in planet Earth. That revelation was given to me August 2017, and a few months before that, before summer, it was like spring or so. He came twice to basically reveal to me that the strength that I seek then, because my life was at a point where I didn't saw more strength in me to continue, and he heard my cries loud and clear, my cries, my struggles loud and clear, and he came and assist me, in the same way that I ask to see. I just want to see you. I don't need you to approach me. I just want you to reveal to me that you're here, because I lost hope. I wish that I wish to see your consciousness, the purity of who you were, here again. That's how I felt then in 2017, and from that point on, it's been a process spiritually. And I didn't knew then who I was, but today I am learning to accept my mission as who complete me, Archangel Michael. That's who I am, Sophia, and I would like to continue accepting and focusing on seeing and experiencing my truth, my mystical experience with the totality of me, with the guy that I never ever knew I could get as a healer, as a yogi, because hablo español también, because I have others guiding me, my spirit guides. Paramahansa Yogananda, my third guy, who came when I called and asked me, why, give me reasons why you need me. And I thought, and I knew exactly the state of consciousness he achieved, and that was clear to me that I wanted him to be my spirit guide. My other spirit guides have a purpose for a task, and I understand that each of them guide me the right way. Uh, and at this point, I continue to share in my social medias um, the truth through the lens of my spiritual eyes, we without um, much complications, just the way I see life, just the way that I see truth, just the way that I see me living in an altar, the perfect life that I want to see through my Dharma path, which is so simple. It is be honest to myself, accept who you are, um, don't live in duality. These things for what they are, and let go of the noise. Let go of others' dreams, others' visions. Let go of all that noise that the ego made you believe you are. And I leave it at that. I leave it at that because I want to know more about the life of Christ, who he was. I yearn to feel the life of a saint. I didn't grow up like that. And through the lens of my spiritual eye, I am sure I am going to get the complete version of Master Jesus Christ. So now.